Hello my loves, it's Kat, the Wildflower Queen. How are you? What are you doing? I hope you're good. I can't believe that there is already over 100 of you. That is absolutely insane to me. I just can't believe it. And it makes me feel like I'm actually doing something that I'm supposed to be doing. And it makes me really, really happy. And this wouldn't be possible without you. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for your support. But let's get to the business, okay? So what we're going to find out today is to see, where is your manifestation? What exactly are you manifesting? When is it coming? Where is it? How can we speed it up? Is there a blockage there? So yeah, let's see what's going on with this situation. So what you need to do is to choose a card or a crystal. We have card 1 with carnelian, card 2 with sodalite, and card 3 with kaolinite. I think that it's how it's supposed to be pronounced. And when you have made your decision, go down to the description box to find your timestamp. I will give you a few seconds to decide, and when you're ready, I will see you at your reading. Hello my beautiful pile number 1, so you chose the carnelian and number 3, awakening. So what this card represents is creative and spiritual gifts awakening within you, but also sharing your gifts with the world. It encourages you to share your gifts with the world. It could be that you have been planning on something, you have an idea that you have been thinking about doing and sharing with the world. And so this is something, oh, then we got the star, definitely. Actually, I'm gonna show it to you really quickly. We have the star, which is also about hopes and dreams and like manifestations coming through. I feel like whatever this is, it is very positive, and it's a sign that you are supposed to go through with this dream or goal that you have. So let's find out more about this. I have says that this is going to be very fast. It could be also that you might even start doing this tomorrow, which is insane and crazy and fantastic. You definitely should. Also, my cat is eating some, you know, some food over there. We have this thing where they like try to get the little kibbles out of this like a huge thing with their paws, and I can hear those kibbles hitting the tray underneath, and so if that comes through to the camera, I'm very sorry, but cats gotta eat. So sorry about that. Then we have the, oh hold on, I need to figure out how I'm gonna do this. So we have the King of Wands, and I feel like you are very protected, and you are being watched over by your spirit guides, definitely. And I feel like they are encouraging you to go through with this, whatever thing this may be. This is a calling, some sort of a calling. I feel like you have quite recently gotten an idea of getting into something. Could be YouTube, could be making videos, could be making music, making art. But could also be something that nobody has ever even thought of. And I am strongly urged to say go for it, do this. This, I feel like the timing is up to you. And so I'm probably not going to do the timing thing, because this seems to be up to you. I can take a look at it if for some of you you're not quite sure or if this is the right time, but I do feel like it is. And I feel like you're going to get on with this very fast. What I see here also is you might feel like you don't have the right equipment right now. You feel like you don't have this thing, you don't have that thing, you don't have all the things that are needed for this to make high quality stuff or videos or music or something, but you don't need it. Start with what you have and then build up from there. That is something that I also saw, something floating through the camera. I don't know if you saw that. If you want to take a look, rewind like 10-20 seconds. There was something floating through the camera. It could have been just cat hair, but it gave me some really strange vibes. I'm actually gonna have to check it out for myself. Did I imagine that? Was it real? Take a look if you want, but I'm not. I will too. Could be that I was imagining it, but take a look. I don't know what that was. So let's go. Yes, I really do feel like you are being guided to do this. This is a soul purpose kind of thing. You're meant to do this. This is something that is going to bring you so much, King of Pentacles, so much wealth, security. You will feel at peace with yourself. And I also feel like with these, in this deck, these particular King and Queen of Pentacles, they don't seem to have any flashy things, you know. The Queen dresses quite plain, and the King is sort of hanging out in a library, it seems. Look behind there. It's like a library or like a bookshelves. And so I feel like these particular King and Queen in this deck, they don't necessarily like the flashy things, the watches, the jewelry, the bags. They're more like into feeling secure with their money, kind of like having a savings account, having, you know, saved up money for their children, like they want to be set up. Like everything is sort of, everything is like, how do you put this? The money that it brings you security. Like you have something to fall back on. It's not like you're going to use it for like to boost your ego. It's more like you want to just to feel secure. Imagine, I don't know if you have, but imagine coming from a poorer background where the family didn't have a lot of money, and then making it yourself, like building a business, making a successful business, becoming very successful, having the money and the security they didn't have in the past. They don't necessarily use it all for these flashy things like cars and clothing and stuff. They want to be safe. Like if they lose all this, if they lose their job, they will still have the money in the savings account. So they're safe. They're safe. That is what I feel for you. But I do think that this thing is going to be very successful. And I do think that either you are very good with money, handling money, saving and stuff. But if you are not, you will learn. And I'm being guided to give you a tip for those that don't have very good control over their money. I'm not the best either. I'm still learning, but the advice that I am, you know, using at this moment is to save some money from whatever income you have. Even if it's very little, save a part of it. Save $1, $2, $5. From every money that you get. If your parents give you 20, save like $1 from it. Because we always think that, well, when we get more money, then we will save more. That's when we can save, because right now we're not really, I don't have anything to spare. But the thing is that if you haven't gotten used to the habit of saving, by the time you get this money, you will not be able to save it then either. It's just, people get so excited about having the money and being able to pay for the things that they want that they sort of forget, and they fall into this illusion that I will always, well, I'm getting more money next month and more money next month, and then I can save from that. But it's just, if you haven't gotten into the habit of saving before you get this money, it's gonna go just as fast. And it is the lack mentality. Like, let's say a person who is not very good with money, or doesn't have a lot of money and wins the lottery, or not like millions, but like, let's say thousands or tens of thousands. That money will go away really quickly because they haven't gotten used to the idea of having money, so they burn the money that they get really fast. And so my advice is that save even just a little bit from everything, all the money that you can get. Like, if you have different money sources, save a portion of all of them, even if it's just 10 cents. Save that 10 cents and do not touch it. That's going to help you a lot. That's what I'm being guided to say. And that is what I'm doing at this moment. I'm not, I haven't been very good with money. I haven't had very good saving habit. Just when I save something, but I always find a use for it, or I run out of money and I have to use the savings that I have made. So this is what I'm doing now, and for now it's actually really working and I kind of love it. So, and it's kind of addicting too, like it becomes a game. Like, how can I save even more this month that I did last month? It's fun. It's fun. It doesn't have to be something like, ugh, like, well, I'm gonna put this money away, can't use it, even though I wished I could have bought that new thing that I wanted, but this is for the rainy day, I guess. Just make it a game. It can be fun. It's fun for me. So, let's find out a little more about this. Spirit guides. Pile number 1. What are they manifesting? Can you give me some information about the thing that they are manifesting right now? Okay, we got 1. The Hanged Man. I feel like the situation that you are in at this time is perfect for this thing to come through. Maybe you might be on vacation, you might have been laid off from work, you might have less work than you did before, like maybe somebody has cut your hours, or you're just on holiday or something, but I feel like this is the perfect time to start. This is absolutely the perfect time to start. And that is something that I'm very strongly being guided to say, like, start now with whatever equipment that you have. Please start now, because I feel like life is going to speed up for you really fast. And I feel like there's a lot of about like forming habits in this reading. Also, I heard Muchelleb. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's a YouTuber. She makes these like habit videos and like reaching your goals and how to adult and like these productivity videos. I'm absolutely in love with her, and so that is something that I actually heard, and so I think that it would be really good for you to check her out. Yeah, that is something that I heard very clearly. It's Muchelleb, like the name Michelle, but it's with a U, Muchelle, and then the letter B after it, Muchelleb. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's how I've always said it. And so I will have it in the description box. Actually, I will have it in the description box, so you can check it out there. She's a YouTuber. She's absolutely amazing. She's an Australian, and I absolutely adore her. So that is something that I heard for you that you should definitely go check out. You have to prepare for this thing, I feel like. As you are right now, there's something, it could be a lack mentality that you are in right now that might bring trouble or problems, or it might slow you down a lot. So there is something that you need to learn while you do this. You can start now, but you can definitely start now, but as it starts speeding up, you need to have a lesson learned so that you won't do the same mistakes that you did before. Maybe you lost interest in other projects that you had, or you just lost steam, or you couldn't get around to it anymore. Something just happened. It didn't feel like fun anymore. I feel like there is some procrastination issues here, and I feel like this YouTuber that I just mentioned, Muchelleb, that is somebody you need to check out, because I feel like she's going to help you with this. If this is not a problem to you, then you don't have to, but I feel like I have a strong gut feeling that that's where you're supposed to go right now. And I hope you will. So, pile number 1, Spirit Guides. Pile number 1. Can you give me some information about the manifestation here? What's coming? Uh-oh, that's way too many cards. Nope. God damn it. The sun slipped out, but I'm not going to take it. I just wanted to mention it in case it pops up again. Pile number 1, Spirit Guides. Pile number 1. Pile number 1. Death in reverse. This is absolutely going to change your mind, change your life. You're going to become a whole new person after this. It could be, for some of you, it gives you the drive that you never really had before. It gives you the sense of success as well. I'm being called to take out these cards. Let's get one of these oracle cards. Okay, I'm gonna clean them really quick. I have a flame here. I always have a candle up because I want to know that my spirit guides are around me. So I know that they are with the flame of a candle. It's kind of weird, but it's just how it works. So I like to clean the cards by running the deck over the flame. That's one way to clean a deck. Pile number, jeez. Let's separate them a little bit. Pile number 1, spirit guides. Pile number 1. Do you have any information about the manifestation that is coming? Okay, there we go. Cow spirit. The miracles are endless. Yes, I feel like you have so many gifts, so many, and this is something that it's not just one thing, you know. It's like there is a word in Finnish that I don't think exists in English language. But I feel like I see this flower that's, yeah. So, you know how flowers, they sort of like spread around. And this is a verb that in Finnish we use to describe, for example, when somebody is telling a story and it like splits up to like 10 different mini stories in the middle, like it's just the story just like spreads and forks, and it has these tiny little side stories in it. We have a verb for it, but I don't know if there is a verb or like a verb or a word for it in English. If there is, let me know, because I would really love to know. So that's what I see with this thing that you are manifesting. It's going to like spread and fork, and there are going to be these many different side things like within that one thing, and it just, that's what I see. There is a specific flower which is called, the name is, the word in Finnish is rönsyllä. That is the word that I'm trying to describe. And so there is a flower, I think it might be a buttercup, but we call it a hold on. I forgot the name. I think it's a buttercup, but I'm not sure. Oh god damn it, what is the word? I don't know, I don't remember, but in the like before the actual flower's name there is the rönsy, a word before that. It's like, let's say like a, god damn, I don't remember. Should I just, where is my phone? Should I just check? Because this is going to bother me a lot. Very sorry. Yeah, okay, got it. Rönsyleinikki. That's the flower. So it has that, it's a type of buttercup that spreads around like a lot, and so it has that spreading word before the name. There are just buttercups, but this is like a different strain of buttercups, and that is what I was trying to explain. Sorry it took so long, but let's get to the business again. So, spirit guides, tell me, give me some more information about this manifestation that is coming. the Tower in reverse. This is how it's upright. So the Tower is usually represents things breaking down that are not on a solid foundation, but when it's reversed, it's sort of not the opposite, but it's like, this is, even if somebody tried to break this down, they can't, because this is built on a solid foundation. Because you have to learn something first, like I've said. It could be to avoid procrastination, could be to keep up the motivation, could be planning. You might need to be able to plan, to make lists, to make a routine around this idea that you have so you can keep up with it. And so when you have learned this stuff, you can learn while you do it, by the way. You can start and learn as you go. But when you have that solid knowledge about this, it won't break down. There is nothing that can stop you. It's like, maybe you had like issues with procrastination and stuff, and now that you have found the tools, maybe with the YouTuber that I mentioned, it's going to help you to build this on a solid foundation so that it won't crumble down. Like, no matter how lightnings will strike your tower, it just won't break, because it's strong. You made it so strong. And that's just really what I see for you. Spirit guides, do you have a final message for my pile number ones? Final message for pile number ones about their manifestation. Okay, I also saw, well, it was a wands, I think it might have been 2 of wands, but, oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, look at this. You definitely have an idea, and you're going to gain many more, but you have to study. I feel like there is something that you need to learn. It could be just like dealing with money, handling money, or just like executing the tasks that you have. Like, you know what this is for you. You know what it is. It could be procrastination. It could be keeping up with motivation. I suddenly forgot how to even pronounce that word. Whew, okay, I'm getting a little bit crazy here. So, where was I? It's not like something you lack. It's just like a challenge for you to get through it. It could be that you really enjoy sleeping in, but that's not really serving you, especially if you want to make this work. It could be something very simple like that, but I feel like, because I got that strong message, I have never actually said anything about any other YouTubers, so this was totally unexpected. But she is someone that I have found really useful, and I absolutely love her, and maybe you will too. Anyway, there is something that you need to learn so that this doesn't fall flat. I don't think that it will, because I know that you're going to learn what it is that you have to learn in order to make this really successful. There is nothing here that tells me that this is not going to work, not at all. All I get is that this is going to work and this is going to be really successful, but there is something that you need to take care of. There are challenges. This is not going to be an easy thing that you want to do. I feel like it's going to be really challenging, but once you have started, I think that it's going to speed up really fast. And so because of that, you need to be able to handle it. And the way to handle it is to figure out what it is that is like slowing you down and try to work around it. It's not necessarily something that you have to fix, because there are benefits to procrastination and stuff. There are some benefits. And so it's not about like taking those completely out of your character and turning into a morning person who wakes up at 5 a.m. so you can make this successful. No, it's more about like making it work for you, who you are as a person, finding out what works for you. And that is something that you really need to find out, and I have given you the tools for it, and I really hope that you find them useful. So this is what I had for you. The timing is completely up to you. The sooner the better. Start now. Start tomorrow. Don't wait. You don't need that equipment. You don't need the other things in order to make this successful. Start with what you have and build up from there. And so yes, this is now what I had for you, and I really hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read for you again, and so I hope I see you in my next one. Bye. Hello my beautiful pile number 2. So you chose the Soda Light and card 31. Joyous. So I feel like what you really want is happiness. You just want to be happy. And I don't know if there's anything specific that you are manifesting. I feel like you just want to feel good. You just want to be happy. Whatever it is, you want it to bring you happiness. And let's see what is actually coming for you. Pile number 2. Spirit guides. Pile number 2. What are they manifesting? What is coming? What is coming for pile number 2? I feel like you might have been very depressed for a long time, or even just for a while. Things might have happened. You haven't found joy in things that you used to find joy in. And I feel like that has been really hard for you. You've been struggling a lot. And you just want to know that things will be better. We have 8 of Pentacles. I've been told a month. A month. What is it? A month. What's coming in a month? Something good for sure, but what is it? Pile number 2, Spirit Guides. Pile number 2. What is coming for them? Okay. We had 6 of Swords. I feel like you have been just drifting through life. Like nothing really brings you joy. You're just living. Like I hear this like, is this it? Is this life? Is this what I was born to this earth for? Just to feel this way? To feel this crappy? No. Answer is no. There is a lot of happiness coming for you. This is the Hierophant. And there are, I keep seeing, have you seen these pictures of like these tiny stick figures or other drawings of people who are like climbing a mountain in a different stages? That is something that I see for you, that you're climbing, you're not quite sure which stage you're on, but you just want to get to the top. Can I please get to the top finally? And I feel like you are climbing that mountain. Not quite sure which stage you're on, but you will get there. One step at a time. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. What is coming for pile number 2? What are they manifesting? Okay. Okay, we have, sorry about my chair, King of Swords. Are you manifesting a person? Do you want a certain person to come into your life? A friend? A soulmate? Okay, hold on. Okay, we got another card, but hold on, I just got an idea. We have 6 of Wands. Success. Are you manifesting a person? This could be, I also get a feeling for some of you that you may feel like it could be that you have been single for a long time, probably even your whole life, and you feel like, well, am I ever going to find that person? Is that ever going to come for me? Am I supposed to be like alone? Like, is that my destiny to be alone, live with 10 cats? I don't want that. I just want to find someone. And I feel like you will, definitely, but how soon is something that I can't quite get a hold of. So we're going to get a timing. But there was one thing that I heard that was a month. But what is it? What's coming in a month? Pile number 2, Spirit Guides. Can you give me some information about their manifestation? What are they manifesting? What are pile number 2's manifesting at this moment? Pile number 2. Pile number 2. What are they manifesting? It's really hard to get cards for you for some reason. I feel like you are struggling. I feel like I felt this energy before in my other readings. If I have, welcome back. Nice to see you. If you haven't, maybe you will hear similar messages in my other readings. Okay, come on. This is just ridiculous. This sort of came out earlier, but it was like a weird thing, so it didn't feel it felt strange. Just, well, anyway, this came out just before, but I put it back for whatever reason and it came back again, so I will accept it. So it was a grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. It came out with a bunch of other cards, so I put it back. Anyway, this is interesting. Pile number 2. I need some more information, please. I'm not quite sure where this is going. You are guided, spiritually guided. If this is a person that you are trying to manifest, it's coming. Hold on one second. I see something. Hold on. Take a look at this. Can you see it? There are these like, let me take a pen and show you. I don't know if you can see them, but can you see these rays here, like that and that, and they are coming from the crown on top of on top of the wand. So something is definitely coming for you, and this is, I feel like this is like your spirit guides are doing everything they can to bring this something to you. We also have the Coyote spirit, trust in divine detours. So I'm getting this sense of there is a message here. I'm not quite sure why I'm telling you this. It doesn't, but if this means something to you, or you know, for a while I had no idea what I wanted to study. I knew that I had always enjoyed biology and stuff, so I tried to get into university to study biology. I didn't get in, but I also applied for microbiology, and I got on the waiting list, and I was the first on the waiting list, and I didn't get in. And I had also applied for this spot in vocational school. It was so that it was like chemistry. It was kind of like the one step lower of a chemist. It's called laboratory assistant. It was like a laboratory school or field, and I got in, and I was so disappointed because I didn't get to university, and I was like really disappointed, but I was forced to go by the like the government. We have rules in Finland, like you can't if you get into school, you can't like not accept it. You have to go unless there will be some sort of a punishment, like you won't get money from the government or something like that. So I was forced to go, but it turned out that I actually really loved it. I always thought that I wanted to do biology, study biology and stuff, but chemistry stole my heart. It completely blew me away. And there was also some microbiology with chemistry and stuff, and I realized microbiology just is not for me. It's kind of gross. I don't like it. I don't like playing around with the bacteria, and you know, they smell horrible, and it's kind of like scary too. Like you have these bacteria that can cause you a serious disease, and obviously we were really careful and we had all the precautions and gloves and stuff, but still it was a little iffy. I didn't want to take samples, and also it was like when you had to check out how much bacteria there was in like meat and water and stuff, it just grossed me out, and I realized, you know, biology is not for me. And so after I graduated, I moved to a different city, and I got into university to study, well, like I don't know if there is a literal translation for it, but it's like chemical engineering. You know, chemistry and stuff. I'm basically studying more chemistry, and it's a engineering degree. So it was a detour for me, but it was a necessary detour, because that is how I found out what I really wanted to do as a profession. I wanted to do something with chemistry, and that detour took years, like 3 years that took, but it was a necessary one, because otherwise I would have probably been like still 5 years later thinking like, well, what the heck do I want to do with my life and stuff. So it was a necessary detour that I had to take to find out what I truly wanted to do with my life. And so I feel like you are quite unsure. You might be in a situation where I was, you're not quite sure what you want to do with your life, but my advice is try something and you will figure it out. Sometimes detours are just necessary. You will not get to the end result without the detour, because there is something that you need to learn, and it could be just learning what you really want. And so if I had, I remember I cried because I didn't get to university to study microbiology. But now I'm like, thank God, because it would have been horrible. I'm sorry, I hit the camera. I hope you're okay. But yeah, that's just, you know, that's just something, that's life. So if you are in a situation like that, don't worry, you will find your way. There is no doubt about that. But it just might take another detour. And it's okay, because you have so many years. You have so many years to do those detours. That's how your life is formed, by those little detours. It's not just from A to B. It's from A to B and C and D and all the rest of the alphabet. That's how life is formed. Pile number 2, spirit guides. Pile number 2. What are they manifesting? Where is it? When is it coming? So I feel like this is, I can't quite pinpoint what is it that you're actually manifesting. I feel like it just want to be happy. Whatever it is, just want to be happy. Whether it's a person, you get to go to college or university, or you get a job, or you move to another city, whatever it is, you just want to make sure that it's going to bring you happiness, you know. That is what I feel from you. Pile number 2. And I feel like that is a really smart way to go about it, because sometimes people are like, well, if I have my soulmate, I will be happy. If I get this job, I will be happy. But happiness doesn't always work that way, and you might feel like, well, if I don't get this job or this person, I will never be happy, you know. But I feel like you're doing it like really in a smart way. Like you're not chaining your happiness into one thing. Like, I want this person. If I can't get a person, I will not be happy. I will be miserable for the rest of my life. But you're more like, I'll take whatever makes me happy. Like, as long as I get to live happy, I will take it. And that is really smart, because, you know, when you try to manifest things, like good things, it's best to just manifest the feeling, how you would feel when you have this thing, and not chain it to a thing or a person. Like, I just want to feel happy overall, and whatever could bring me that, please bring it to my life, you know. That's really smart, and you're doing the right thing. Pile number 2, spirit guides. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. You will definitely be happy. But I think that this is happiness that you have to find within you. As you are. I don't see a person coming in yet, if that is something that you really want. I feel like you have to go on this self-love journey first. And yeah, that's okay. I had done that. I was single for many years. I was single for, oh, this is Chariot. I was single for, how long was it? 5 years until I found someone, and it was nice. It was actually really nice. I went on this very deep self-love journey, and I don't know, I have always been my own best friend. You know, I can talk to myself about anything. I will do the things that I like to do. We have the matching taste in music and TV shows because, you know, it's me. But, you know, it's just being happy with who you are at this moment will bring you the person that you want. We got the Chariot as well. This could include that you actually are going to move to another apartment, another city, another country, or could be a trip. Could mean that you will be getting a car. Also, okay, for those of you who wanted to find someone, you will. And this is the growing old together card. I mean, look at them. Growing old together. You will find someone who you will grow old together, definitely, if that was a worry for you. I feel like because this reading was so, let's say different, a bit like overall kind of thing. I couldn't get anything specific. So I feel like that might be because there might be quite a few of you watching this particular pile, so that there are a lot of people with different things and different situations that they are in. So we're going to do another thing. We are going to do a pick a card within a pick a card for this pile. I'm going to pull out 3 cards, ask your question, preferably a yes or no question, and I will pull out 3 cards and you will choose whichever you want, which calls out to you, and we will reveal the answer. So, to those that have a message in pile 1 will be drawn to which card? Let's get a card for you. Those that have a message in card 1 will be drawn to which card? Okay, got it. So this is pile 1. Those that have a message in pile 2 will be drawn to which card? Those that have a message in pile 2 will be drawn to which card? Okay, this is taking a little while apparently. Okay, there we go. You can also have like 3 questions and choose each answer for each card. Whatever you feel like you want to do, you can do. So those that, okay, that's way too many. Those that have a message in pile 3 will be drawn to which card? Which card will call out those who have a message in pile 3? This one then, okay. I will give you about 5 seconds to decide. Ask your question. Figure out which card is calling you. You can also choose several if you feel like it. Pause this video now if you haven't chosen, because I'm going to start. So, pile 1. If you chose this card, this is your answer. Improving health. This could be if... this could have been also... I saw depression and anxiety, but this could also be a physical thing. Maybe you are physically ill and you want to know if you're going to feel better. Yeah, because I saw it in the beginning that you're not feeling well, but I just thought that that was like a mental thing, depression, anxiety, just not feeling happy. But it could also be that you haven't been feeling happy because of an illness. Could be mental, could be physical. And so this is a sign that you will get over this illness, whatever it is. If it's mental or physical, it will be improving, definitely. So that was your answer to that question. And card 2, perfect timing. Maybe you asked for a timing for a person to come about, and or you asked about, well, when is this going to happen, or am I ever going to feel happy, or whatever the question. Could be that well, perfect timing is a very annoying answer to these type of questions, isn't it? You wanted, you know, a timeline and you're getting, well, it's gonna happen in the perfect time, thanks. But the thing is that it could be that some information hasn't come about yet that you need to have before this thing can come about. It could be that you need to find something first, and then you will bring through your manifestation or something. It's just, you know, the thing is that it will happen regardless, whether you're thinking about it or not. It will happen anyway. But when you're expecting something, the time seems to move a little bit slower, doesn't it? So I would recommend taking your mind off this thing that you are expecting to happen. Take your mind off of it. Distract yourself with something. Distract yourself with improving yourself, improving your lifestyle, your mental health. Find out what can you do to feel better physically and stuff. And as you're distracting yourself, time seems to go a little bit faster, and it will feel like it's coming a little bit faster. But at the same time, you are working on something very important. Because working on yourself is one of the most important things people do in their lifetimes. So distract yourself with a self-love journey or figuring your life out, stuff like that. It's gonna be great. So if you chose the card 3, you have within the next few weeks. So this was probably also a timing question, or it could be that some information is revealed within the next few weeks that will answer your question. If it wasn't a timing question. It could also be that someone is coming, or you're meeting someone. It could be that you don't even notice. It might start within the next few weeks, but you don't know that yet then. It could be, let's say an example, let's say you are manifesting your soulmate and it's a person that you haven't known before. It could be that you meet them for the first time in passing within the next few weeks. Or it could be that you start texting then. But it's not like you know right away that, yes, this is my soulmate now, okay. It's more like, well, this is a new person, okay, cool. So you don't necessarily know always within the next few weeks. It's just something is beginning in the next few weeks. Does that make sense to you? and then later on you might like think back like, yeah, that's when it started. Like, look where we are now. Could be something like that. Let's get a couple more cards, just maybe one or two more. Spirit guides, do you have any other information, advice about the situation that the pile 2s are in? Pile number 2, spirit guides, do you have any more info? Okay, there we go, 2 cards. Right, yes. You have some, this is 3 of Swords. You have something you need to heal. Maybe you are not over an ex or something. Oh, also, it could be that some of you might have been longing to have somebody back in your lives. That is something that I get. And it could be that the loss of this thing has made you feel like, well, I'm never going to meet someone because I have to start all over again. I have to meet these people again and kiss a few frogs and stuff, and it's gonna be so annoying. I have to start from the what is your favorite meal, what is your favorite color kind of thing, and then get into the deep stuff, and it's really tiring. There's a lot to do, a lot to ask and stuff like that, but it could also be fun. But I feel like there is some healing because you also have Temperance, and I myself take this as a shadow work card. That you might have to do some shadow work. You might have been doing some shadow work. You could have been having the dark night of the soul at this time, because I'm feeling that, and you're finally getting, you're not quite there to the other side yet. There is some work to be done, but you will get there. It's sort of like, I feel like I have this image of a person. Have you seen the second Narnia movie? It's when they are in the train station, and suddenly like the train goes like really fast, and the tiles of the ceiling are like crumbling down or something. This is how I remember. It's been a while since I've seen it. And then they suddenly turn up in this cave by a beach, like near ocean. And I feel like you are still quite deep in this cave, but when you come through, you enter to this beautiful beach. This is what I see actually. I feel like she is on a beach and she's walking out of the cave and just finally getting through to the other side, feeling the wind, feeling the sun and the smell of sea, and just this peace and happiness, like I finally made it. I finally made it. And you will get there. And I actually heard within the next few weeks. So yeah, within the next few weeks then. Maybe this card was something to do with that sort of question, but that is what I heard when I said that you will get through within the next few weeks. So you will be okay, you will be happy, and you will get to the other side, and it's going to be wonderful. I really love this for you. So I hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read for you again, and I would really love to see you in my next one. So bye. Hello my beautiful pile number 3. So you chose the Cowlinite and number 33, Kuan Yin. I think that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. This card is about having compassion towards oneself. That is something that can take many lifetimes to gain that ability. It's something that I think everybody needs, but I feel like you are this kind of person who is much more kinder to other people than yourself, and that is something that you will achieve. I feel like you're going on a self-love journey, or you have been on for quite some time. Okay, there we go, one card. Six of Wands, success. I feel like you are going to be empowering yourself. You're going to love who you are. You're going to love your body. I also see somebody at the gym. Maybe you are working on your physical appearance. For some, I feel like some of you might be trying to manifest weight loss or weight gain. Something like this. I feel like it has something to do with appearance. I feel like maybe if you have gained some weight or lost some weight, like either way, like to you it would be like a quote unquote negative direction. I feel like you're going to achieve what you wanted. If you want to lose weight, then you are going to lose it. Or if you want to gain weight, you will gain the weight you want. You also got 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. And I also hear like a beach body. Does that make sense to you? You're definitely going to get there. Pile number 3. Okay, there we go. The cards are just flying out. We have the Moon. Hold on, is she? No, she's not. At first I thought that she was a mermaid, but no, it's just her dress. And then we have 7 of Swords. I feel like you have been... very hard to yourself about this. Like, let's say you gained weight and you've been really hard on yourself for letting it happen or something like this, or maybe you lost weight and you're like, oh no, I feel like you're like, oh no, I'm back in square one. That's what I feel like. And there are so many heavy emotions about this. I do feel strongly that this is about something physical. Again, 2 cards. We have Ace of Cups. You're definitely manifesting this, and it's coming. You also have 4 of Cups, and we have Ace of Cups again right there. Definitely coming, you guys. It is coming. Yes. And I feel like this has something to do with physical appearance. Maybe you have some goals. Maybe you want to you have some goals, and I feel like it has to do something with your physical body. Like maybe you want to be able to do like pull-ups or something, or push-ups. It could be one thing. And I think that you will get there. And I feel like you have been waiting for this for quite a while, and I feel like you have been working really hard for it. But the thing is that I feel like you have been more like punishing yourself, and that's not good. And I feel like the thing that will bring this manifestation through is being kind to yourself, not punishing yourself. Because you were given this body to experience life. You can't experience life without a body. You can't eat, you can't walk, you can't see, you can't smell. You need this body to do many things. And the fact that you're punishing it for not being the shape you want it to be, or not being as light as you want it to be, or as lean as you want it to be. It's just ridiculous because you were given this body to be able to experience life, and there is no need to punish it. Like, you wouldn't be able to walk or dance or run without this body. And it saddens me that you're treating it this way, because it deserves love. It doesn't matter how many bumps or scars or, you know, whatever you might, you know, dislike about your body. It doesn't matter how much do you have those qualities in your body. It's still your body. And I think I kicked the camera a little bit, very sorry. You need this body. You need this body, and don't punish it. It's like, this body loves you. It wants you to be able to do all the things you want to be able to do. And it's just not right to punish it for stuff like being 5 kilograms heavier than you would like it to be. It's just not, it's not right. And you have the owl spirit, you see clearly now. And I feel like this is a realization that you will come to, that you actually love your body. And you need to love it in order to get this manifestation. And then we have the mouse spirit. Tend to the small things. You need to be able to find joy in exercise and joy in eating healthy foods and stuff in order to bring this manifestation forward. Because I feel like there is so much negativity that this is slowing the process. So you kind of need to get over the fact that your waist might not be as tiny as you would like it to be, but at least you're alive. At least you can do these things. I think it's really important for you to see this. Because you are going to, let's say if you have unrealistic expectations, those are not going to happen, but you will get to the result that is important, if that makes sense. I feel like you will find love for yourself no matter what your body looks like, and this will lead you to manifest the body that you would actually like, you know, that you love. But the love has to come first, and then the body will follow, if that makes sense to you. Like, how would you feel? What would you wear? What would you do if you had this body? Like, do those first. Wear those clothing first, and then the body will just follow. That's how manifestation works. You act as if it's already here. Yeah. You have the Queen of Wands. Look, this is my confirmation that your manifestation is coming card, because look at that. She has that shining bright light in her hand, and she's like so happy and celebrating, like, look what I just created. I have this, like, isn't this amazing? This is what I feel for you. This is happening, but I feel like you're going at it the wrong way. The negativity and the hate for your body, the ugly words that you think about yourself, those are slowing your process down. You can start slow by thinking like, well, I think I have really beautiful eyes. And then, like, you know, like my thighs are like really strong. Like I can jump really high with these strong thighs, and no matter how big they are or small they are, you're like, these are like really strong though. And just these small things, like starting to enjoy the body that you have without like without these strings attached. Like, yeah, I would love my body if my waist was a little bit slimmer, or my thighs were a little bit slimmer, or stuff like that. Just lose the strings. Love yourself regardless. Okay. We have the Devil in reverse. I feel like you may have had like an unhealthy, well, I mean, yes, I've already said that I do, but I feel like you have an unhealthy relationship with food, with exercise. I feel like you are using these things that are supposed to be tools to live a happy life. Food that is supposed to bring you energy and happiness and joy, and it's supposed to give you fuel, but you're using it to punish yourself. And then exercise, I feel like it should be fun, it should be exciting and good, to feel good to move your body and exercise and stuff. But I feel like you're using these things that are essentially supposed to be good for you. You are using them as weapons against yourself. And that is something that I feel like you really need to let go of. Because it's not good, my love. It's not good. Pile number 3, spirit guides. What are they manifesting at this time? That's too many cards. Pile number 3, spirit guides. What are they manifesting? Yeah, I feel like it's almost like you have a distorted image of yourself. Like, this was a 8 of Swords, by the way. It's like you see yourself completely differently than other people see you. I feel like other people really admire your body and your face, and they're like, oh god, if I only had a butt like hers or his. And stuff like this. But I don't think that you see this. I feel like you don't want this. But listen, isn't it amazing that the universe, or the God who created the mountains and the oceans and the earth and the trees and the flowers, that same God or universe took a look at you and thought, the world needs one of you too. Isn't that just incredible? And so, stop doing this to yourself. You have so much love to give. I feel this. You have so much love you freely give to other people, but you yourself, you don't get any of it. You don't get any of that beautiful love that you have. I feel your energy as these, like, it's not, what is the word? Like these little grains of gold. And it's almost like you have these little, it's not like dust, it's more like tiny golden rocks or something. I know that there's a word, but it's not coming to me right now. It's like you give these tiny pieces of gold to other people. Every day you give all the gold, all these gold little pieces that you have, you give them to other people. But at the end of the day, you don't leave yourself anything. And I feel like it is time that you gave, if not all, at least half of it to yourself, so that you can bring this manifestation forward, so that you can feel good in the skin that you are right now wearing. You need that love for yourself. And I feel like it's just insanely important to do that. I have been on self-love journey for quite a while. There's the star at the end of the deck, at the bottom of the deck. The star is the hopes and dreams card, essentially. Where am I going to put this? I'm just gonna do like this. It's the hopes and dreams card, manifesting things and getting the things that you are manifesting, bring them forward. And I feel like that is something that you truly need in order to bring this forward. And I don't feel like there is really a timing here. It's completely up to you. But if you stop punishing yourself and start treating food as a fuel and exercise as a fun thing that your body desperately needs in order to be healthy, you will find that the results will be incredible and they will happen really fast. So please stop. Because look at this Four of Cups here. Like, you have so many like cups and so many qualities, but you just don't see it. But then there is this little Ace of Cups coming, and even though the girl is not looking, she's still intuitively reaching for it. And I feel like you are reaching for it, you just don't quite see it. So the point is, love yourself first and the body will follow, because you are an incredible person. And there are so many people who would die to have the body like yours or face like yours. I also hear I also heard a song lyrics. It's hold on, how did it go? You don't need money with a face like yours, or something like that. You don't need money with a face like that. That is something that I hear for you. So yeah, I just, please stop punishing yourself. These things, exercise and food and compliments and things, they are not weapons. They are not weapons. They are supposed to help you. They are the tools for a healthy, balanced life, and just don't do that. It's almost like it's almost like trying to strangle someone with your life, with like your love, not life, love. It's like loving someone to death, literally. Like, love is not supposed to be a weapon. Food and exercise are not supposed to be weapons. They are supposed to be tools for a fulfilling life. And so is love. And so I really hope that you stop doing that to yourself. Compliment yourself. Love yourself. Start small. Start with just looking at yourself in the mirror for 10 seconds. And maybe make it 11 the next morning. Just small things, like you know, like, let's say, I don't know, like, you know, like I said, like, you know, my thighs might be big, but at least they are strong. At least they can carry me. At least I can run and jump and dance with these thighs and these legs and this body. Something like this, something positive, because you need the love that you're giving to other people. You need some of that for yourself. And so now I really feel like I'm repeating myself, so I'm gonna end this reading here. I really hope you enjoyed, and I would really love to read for you again. And I really hope I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.